Hey folks, Tristan back with another video, and in this video we're just taking a quick look at the Canon G7X Mark III. This is a new G7 series, G7X series, and they've made a lot of updates and changes. I'm mostly going to be focusing on video features, but they've made some changes with regards to stills as well. The biggest change is now it can do 4K video, and also they have a little plug-in, a 3.5mm microphone input. That's something that a lot of vloggers and just general videographers have been looking for years, because the built-in mics are good for indoors, but when you go outside, you definitely want maybe like a little lav mic. So I have a cheap little lav mic here. Let's go outside. Let's test it both with the inbuilt microphones as well as the lav mic plugged in, and you can get a sense of how it sounds with each, and also how it looks with 4K. Let's go outside. All right, so now I'm outside, and it is a quite windy day, so you probably do hear some wind noise. I'm in 4K mode, 4K 30. It does not shoot 4K 60. It does shoot 1080p 60. Also, it doesn't shoot 4K 24 either, so that's something to note. This camera can do 10 minutes of 4K though, whereas the Sony camera, the new, what is it, the RX100, I think it's 7 series, can only do like 4 minutes of 4K, I believe. That camera is also over $1,000, whereas this camera is like $749 or something like that. I tend to like the Canons better in terms of just overall price to performance. So this is the on-built microphone, just the built-in mics as the camera is. Let's go ahead and plug in this guy right here. Little cheapy lav mic with 3.5mm connector into the mic jack. It should be noted that I do have, as you can see here, a little windscreen on it. So let's plug that in and compare that audio. Okay, now I've got the lav mic plugged in, and I'm sure you notice the audio quality is much better. You can also adjust the audio level as well. So what that does is, you probably want to put it between -12 and -6 dB, about there for the ideal. If you have it on auto, what's going to happen is when you're not talking, it's going to bring the audio level up and you're going to hear a lot more background noise. But as you can see, the audio quality for vlogging or whatever is really great when I do this. Let me cross the street here, and you can get a sense of how it is in the wind. I've got the windscreen on here, so you probably don't hear a lot of wind noise. I've got a severe breeze right now. We're coming right off the bay here. You can see where I am. The other thing is this camera has image stabilization. It has, I think, 3 modes of image stabilization. Right now I'm on the low image stabilization. The more image stabilization you use, the more it's going to crop your frame. So that's something to be aware of here. Right now it's on the low because I kind of like that 24mm wide angle, especially for vlogging purposes like I'm doing here. But yeah, I've got a pretty severe wind breeze coming off the bay here, and we're testing the microphone, the audio, see how it does. But yeah, I think this is really going to be a boon for people who want better audio, which I think is pretty much everyone. You can plug in a lav mic like you have here, just a cheap wired lav. You can also of course use wireless systems. The only thing is the Canon G7X Mark III does not have a tripod mount, so you can't use something like the Rode VideoMic Pro or something like that, because there's no tripod, cold shoe mount on the camera. But what you can do is get a little tripod bottom mount, like a little holder for the camera, which has it's kind of like a U. It has like 2 posts on it, and then one post will be an additional tripod socket. If I can find one of those, I'll try to put a link in the description field. But you can get one of those, and you have like a little holder, and then you can have a microphone mounted that way. So you have to get a little creative with regards to how you're going to mount a microphone if you want to use like a shotgun mic or something on this camera. And then of course you can use a wireless system too, but if you use a wireless system, you have to have some way to mount or hold the receiver, the transceiver. So there are some issues there. I think the best use of this though is just using a cheap wired lav mic like I'm using here, and then you can just get really good audio just when you're walking around, and it's cheap and light, to carry with you and all that kind of stuff. Mainly I wanted to just do this video as a test, so you can get a sense of how it looks in 4K and also how it sounds. Now, earlier in this video, I did not have the right focus mode on my face with the face detection on, so I might have been a little out of focus. It is on now, so it should be focusing right on my face no matter where I move in the camera. You know, it should focus. Anyway, that's it for now. Questions, comments, or feedback, please feel free to leave them. I will try to put a link to this microphone or similar lav mic in the description field, and then also a link to the camera and the other accessories that I've talked about. See you in my next video.